The 2023 New York Jets schedule was released today, along with the rest of the NFL. We want to talk to our Jets beat writer at the New York Post, Brian Costello. Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm actually really excited. Obviously, a lot of Jets fans are excited to see the schedule finally be released and get to plan out traveling and going to pick games where they want to go. And I want to start off asking you, five primetime games for the New York Jets for this upcoming season. I wonder why they got those games.
Yeah, the Aaron Rodgers effect was felt on the schedule, right? And even if you include the Black Friday game, is kind of technically that's a primetime game too. It's a 3 p.m. start. It's a standalone game. So it's funny. I mean, the Jets have not been one in recent years, and now they're a primetime player here. They've only had one primetime game in each of the last 2 years, but that's changing now. It's going to be a lot of late nights for me, Ryan.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. There's not many 1 o'clock games anymore on Sunday for you here looking ahead. Let's dive into this a little bit. You look at week one, Monday night against the Bills. What a way to start off the season. Do you see this as like a good test for the Jets right off the bat? They're going to be starting with the Bills.
Absolutely. I mean, what have we been talking about since Aaron Rodgers came, right? Or even before he came, when we were talking about him, can the Jets challenge in the AFC East? Well, here we go. If you want to challenge in the AFC East, you got to beat Buffalo. They're the kings of the division now, and they have been for the last few years. So this is a game the Jets have to come out and show what they can do, and get a win there, and you're 1-0 in the division. You're feeling good. I mean, obviously, it's one game. It's the first game, but it could be a statement game for them, and we'll see how they look against the Bills, and if Rodgers can make something happen there.
Yeah, and obviously another thing to note, that's September 11th. That's the anniversary right there. There's gonna be a lot of emotions. We know MetLife's gonna be probably pretty insane that night with everything going on.
Ryan, I was trying to figure out when this is gonna be the most anticipated opener since, and I go back to 2011. When they played the Cowboys and it was the 10th anniversary of September 11th. They played on Sunday Night Football that year, and the Jets were coming off the championship game. So it was two big-time contenders. But since then, there's no opener that's compared to this game. I mean, this is going to be, the build-up to this game is going to be insane.
That ovation when Rodgers comes out for the first time in the tunnel might be one of the loudest you ever hear at that stadium.
And Ryan, I just tweeted this out here a little while ago.
Yeah.
The Jets today, we're recording this on Thursday night. So they announced the Bills game this morning. As soon as they announced it, tickets went on sale. The Jets sold more tickets for that game today than they sold for their entire schedule on this date last year when tickets went on sale. So
Crazy.
Think about that. Yeah. So we see the Rodgers effect on the schedule. We're seeing the Rodgers effect for Jets business. They're doing a lot of good. Now, can we see Rodgers effect on the field for the Jets?
The anticipation is just there for this team, obviously. And now let's look at the schedule as a whole. They have a bye week in week 7. So I wanted to ask you, looking at this schedule as a whole, is there a stretch of games that you're really looking at that could be somewhat of a tough stretch for this team?
Yeah, I think it's the beginning. I think it's leading up to that bye. It's the first 6 weeks, Ryan. And, Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles. I think the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. They're going to be picked to win the Super Bowl. Cowboys are going to be picked to go to the playoffs. The Patriots are the Patriots. They're going to be good. And the Broncos should be better with Sean Payton. So that's a tough stretch. And what makes it tougher to me, Ryan, is the Jets have a lot of new pieces. New quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new wide receiver, and Alan Lazard, new wide receiver, McCall Hardman. The offensive line is going to be different than last year. The way the preseason operates now, these guys don't play together. I'd be shocked if we see Aaron Rodgers at all in a preseason game. So the first time they're going to be on a field all together in a competitive environment is going to be Buffalo. How quickly can this offense gel? How quickly can they click and figure things out? Sometimes that takes a while. And like you think about Tom Brady's first year in Tampa, it took him about half a season. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to happen. So I think if you had Robert Saleh right now, Robert Saleh would have loved to have seen an Atlanta or a Houston in those first few weeks, just because the Jets could not be at their best and beat those teams. They're going to have to be at their best to beat some of these teams that are early in the season with them.
Certainly helps when you have a 4-time MVP as your starting quarterback now, and now you have Aaron Rodgers that like you said, though, it is a lot though
He's getting to
implementing
know.
this.
Yeah, he doesn't know everybody. You know that he's going to be getting to know things, and just it could take a little while before this offense really hits its stride, and it's a tough start.
Yeah. And then finally, let me just ask you, is there one or two games that you're looking at that you're circling on your own calendar and you can't wait to cover? Like you're really looking forward to these one or two
Yeah,
games.
I mean the Chiefs game is the best game in the NFL, right? Yeah, it's the best game on the entire NFL schedule is Chiefs versus Packers, and I can't remember his name. The scheduling guy from the NFL said that to Peter Schrager on the NFL Network. Said the number one game that the networks wanted was Chiefs at Jets. So think about that. So and Rodgers and Mahomes have never played. When
Right.
the Chiefs and Packers met, Mahomes was out one game, Rodgers was out the other game. So that's going to be, that's two all-time quarterbacks squaring off. Is going to be a lot of fun. I think the game at Dallas is fun. I think Rodgers versus the Cowboys will be a blast. And we talked about the opener. Obviously, that's a big one. And then I'll go to the Patriots too, Ryan. I mean, it's 2015. They've lost to them 14 straight times. And we can go through all the quarterbacks who played for the Jets in that time. Is Rodgers the guy that finally makes it feel like the Jets are better than the Patriots?
Yeah. Well, like you said, there's a lot of games that a lot of fans are circling on the calendar, and it all starts, like we said, September 11th, week 1 against the Bills at home Monday night. Brian, thank you so much for giving us all your insight and help us break down the schedule, man.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for having me.